All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining me bright and early. Good morning. If you can, in the chat, you should see the Nearpod link. And no, it is not snowing where I am. Seems nice and warm outside. Warm it up for today, this morning. All right, so some of you guys have questioned. Remember, we only have classes on the first and third Wednesday of the months. So we have this class and next class. What we're doing right now, I want to get a couple other people's guesses in real quick. We're guessing how old this Blk4 is. She's the oldest professional tennis player still playing. So we have two guesses. We have somebody at 93 and somebody at 63. So that's a big gap. So what do you guys think? Can anybody want to throw some guess out? Okay, somebody said 70. I'd like to have a couple other guesses here. All right. Okay, well, I'm just going to give it away because we got to get going. But she is 76 years old, if you can believe that. That is very, very good. I hope I'm still doing that stuff at 76. That would be great. And think about it in competition. So, okay. Real quick, just make sure this is being recorded for learning purposes. As we're doing the Nearpod lesson, just make sure you're following along with the Nearpod. We use the chat tool respectfully and appropriately, and then also respond to questions and instructions the first time. Okay, we already went over how old she was, 76. Here's some things you can do to get ready for the day. You can also put them in your activity log. You can run 30 seconds in place, do bicep curls, arm circles. If you do a lot of arm circles, that really gets you going there. And then also 30 crunches. You can get on the ground and do some crunches. No, you don't have to do all of these. This is just an example of what you could do for your activity log as you're kind of doing that. So let's kind of go over the class real quick. Remember, all recordings I post to the announcement page right here. So you can definitely get on those if you've missed a class or something. If we look at the calendar, as we see, we have a live class today. Everything that we go over today is going to be due on Wednesday. I zeroed out. We'll have a recorded lesson next week. And then on the 3rd, we have we have a live class there. If you are a senior, okay, you need to be done with classes like the first week of May, just so we make sure you get credit and stuff, okay? So, and you can watch the recordings. Clicking the live link, yeah. I'd rather you join me live anyways. It's a little bit funner. I don't like to be here all by myself. Okay, so end of the block is end of here, and then we go into summer break. So hopefully you guys will enjoy some summer break coming up. As we're here, we are on Unit 4, which is individual activities. If you don't like hearing my voice, which is fine, right? Can't blame you. We have the Nearpod link. You can just go through the Nearpod link and get the same information to do the quiz on. So we have a quiz for each unit, and then we also have the activity logs. The activity logs look like this, okay? If you click here, I believe they have a download. You could download them if you want. Or if you have a Google account, it just automatically creates one for you. Okay, so right here, you could click on this and it would download into a Word document. But what it looks like, I click on that and I can make a copy. And remember to go in, you can just put the different, like this is week 4, it says up here. You'll just put in week 4, you put in the dates that you did things, just as long as you have a week's worth of stuff that you did, go, turn it in, and get credit for it, okay? That's the majority of what this class is getting out. Being active, talking about being active, like to go over pace, make sure we're participate, be positive, encourage others, add to the lesson, be active, be present, take notes, ask questions, discuss, C, continuous. What we want is eventually everybody to work up to at least 30 minutes daily of sustainable, moderate to vigorous physical activity. Something that would be called vigorous is something that gets your heart rate up. Okay. The next one, elevate yourself. You can do this, motivate yourself, meet goals, be awesome. Okay. All right. Okay. We already kind of went over this a little bit in the course, but things that you need to do. Where we've been doing weekly quizzes and activity logs. If you haven't got those done, go back, do them. That's all I can tell you to do. Okay. We got some weeks built in at the very end of the course if you need to get some activity logs done, or start doing some things over the weekends, that kind of stuff to catch up. What we're doing this week, the weekly quiz and the weekly activity logs. Okay. So make sure you are getting those done. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about lifetime activities. So what we're going to talk about is just like the lady on there that's still playing tennis at 76 years old professionally, we want to find out what we can do. So what are lifetime activities and why are they called lifetime activities? Okay, so you can put there in the chat real quick. Oops, it went too far. Put in the chat real quick, what are lifetime activities? Do you have any activities that you do that you could go do through your lifetime? Put there in the chat. Okay, some lifetime activities. Rollerblading, I love it. Martial arts, good. Yeah, my kids just started martial arts. They like that. Walking, running, biking, swimming, hiking, some other stuff. Sleeping, I don't think that's an activity. Well, I guess it's an activity, and you're going to have to do it for your life, but it doesn't really get your heart rate up unless you have a nightmare, right? We have, let's see here, golfing, okay, racquetball, tennis, anything that's going to get your heart rate up, get it moving, some things like that. You know, other activities that wouldn't be like lifetime activities is something like, you know, football, right, where it's really violent and there. I like archery. It's not most well, I gotta say, like archery, it's hard, like to be able to hold that bow back, right? Um, I think I would call that, you know, something like that. I think horse riding, that does take a lot of effort and stuff like that. But the keys that we're looking for, right, is basically something that's less risky, less risk of energy or injury, simple to learn, okay, minimal equipment, and can be performed in multiple environments. And the reason we want that is something that you could do all the time. It's not super expensive, even though some of these activities like golf, right, can get super expensive after you buy your clubs and you get your green fees to get on the courses, that kind of stuff. So you may want something that's maybe not as expensive unless you have that lifestyle, right? The goals, okay, of these are to have fun, to learn skills, to improve, to get fit. Some things that they mentioned over on the side here are tennis, badminton, ping pong. I like ping pong. Pickleball. I like pickleball too. Pilates, ballroom dancing, bicycling, bowling, curling, canoeing, walking, hiking, swimming, water aerobics, golf, yoga, cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, sailing, martial arts. Okay. All of those things are really good to get you fit and stay that way. So the biggest thing we want to do is stick with exercise throughout our whole lives. So when we become sedentary and we sit around all day, look at the computer, that kind of stuff, it's just really not good for us overall, for our overall health. And we want to have the best quality of life. So some things like first, you can work with a coach since you're learning a new skill. Learning a new skill is energizing. Okay. Second, consider joining a team, at least pairing up with a friend when you play your sport. And finally, take it slow and steady. You may start without thrilled with your new exercise program and decide to block out time for it every day. Resist that temptation. The most successful programs seldom develop that way. Most long-term success comes from starting small, experiencing success, and building slowly on that success. Is gaming a sport? I mean, video gaming, I'm not sure I would consider that something that's physical, right? Maybe if they start getting to a point where you have to like move around and you have virtual reality and you have to move your body and that kind of stuff. Maybe. Is that what you're talking about, is video games? But you want to keep it exciting and continue doing it. So don't do it all the time, but get excited about it. Okay, so something I want to bring up. A good one is table tennis or ping pong. Okay, so we're going to watch a little video about how to do ping pong. Since it's very easy to do, it's something that's possibly simple. You don't necessarily, you could use a regular table and do it, right? So let's watch the video on this real quick.
School pose. Lesson 1. How to ping pong. Ping pong is easy and anybody can do it, but for all you pitiful beginners, here's the least you need to know to get you started. Look at this table. It's a ping pong table. It has two halves, one for you and one for your opponent. This is a bat. You use this to hit the ball. I can't believe you didn't know that. Start the game by serving. One bounce your side, one bounce their side. Good serve. If you hit the net, and it goes over, you get another chance to serve, but fail to make it over. That's a point lost. Scoring a point is simple. You hit the ball bounces on their side, and they fail to return it. This is the basis of ping pong. You're trying to make it hard for your opponent to return the ball, thereby earning points. It's the first to 21, by the way, or 15, or 11. Okay, 11. To recap, you can pick up points if your opponent fails to return the ball on the table, your opponent hits the ball into net, your opponent volleys ball, your opponent touches table with their free hand or moves it. Don't touch it. What did I say? Obviously this works in reverse. You touch the table, etc., they score a point. Stop touching the table.
All right, so there's some quick pointers in ping pong if you've never played ping pong before, okay? But there's different rules to every game. So if that's something like you're thinking of, right, that what you want to play, you want to get interested in, there's all kinds of things that you can kind of look at and see there. Okay, your word of the week for your quiz is future. You're going to want that for the quiz. Future. Okay, that ends us at the end of the class today. Appreciate everybody for coming. Short and sweet, so you can get to your other classes today. I'm going to stop the recording, but I'll be around for any questions.